Okay. Yeah, we should just go straight to Aetherdrift Limited. I'll probably do quick drafts on my own time. But for you guys, when I still have the draft token, we're definitely going to crack a premier draft of this one. Not sure how good we will be doing this time. The last time was really super fortunate between our rares and landing on a really good color and a good line of attack. So we'll see if we can continue to make that happen this time. Also, a few things to report. I finally caved and got supposedly better. It's definitely better in that it's not crashing out. The webcam. I could have probably spent more on a 1080p webcam, but for the most part, my mug is just a little bit over down here in the corner, so we probably just okay with 720 on that one. Also 720 on the small part, and I mostly record on. I should probably recheck my settings. I'm pretty sure I only stream at 720 because that's how much my poor 8+-year-old PC can handle. I am quite overdue for an upgrade, but before I can upgrade, I have to do a lot of other things. There's so many things I actually want to do. Like I kind of want to get a laptop for a few other projects if I have in mind. Not sure how they're gonna pan out, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. I keep exchanging it. Come on, get a grip together. You only play 2 games on stream. How hard could it be? Anyway, Premier Draft of Aetherdrift starting the month. We'll see how things go. Green turns out to be the best color, but unfortunately, it's so obviously the best color that it's a question of if we go into green, can we stay in green? Or do I just do the same thing again? This is literally my third Cryptcaller Chariot. That said, our only good green cards are Migrating Ketrodon, which is fine. I guess this one's fine if you want to go aggro, but there are plenty. White kind of suffered a bit. Red also suffered quite a bit as well. I can't believe I'm drafting. I'm gonna end up getting a playset of this at the rate we're going. But I think one should be enough. But we have to see what we go. I would like to get into black-red because that one seems to be quite easy to get into. There's this a Siphon Fuel, but Gastalt Raider is not exactly gonna be that bad. Cut. White-black zombies is still a thing, but this one is a check on discard, so super. It's interesting that they've added rares that don't quite line up perfectly, but they still but it ends up becoming like a cross draft, like. So I'm on the lookout for cycling cards. Pace Setter Paragon is fine. Burner Rocket is interesting. There's a Pothole Mole, which is actually quite decent, but this is probably not. But this mill's not discard, so it doesn't cross over with this. Black-green mill. Black-green is probably a thing we could get into. Honestly, I'd rather be safer taking the Siphon Fuel. As expensive as this is not the greatest removal spell, but it's still a removal spell as it is. Otherwise, I would probably consider one of the red cards. Intimidation, it discycles, but I'm not interested in that. Yeah, we'll take this one. I'm gonna see if if we see any good green cards left over on pack 3. That's a signal that we can start taking it, but we have to accept that green is going to be a minor color at that rate. And Earth Rumbler is interesting, but we do have Exile. This is fine, but let's see, we have a Fearless Swashbuckler, but it's in 2 colors. I can understand why this is going a little bit further. I probably would just keep sticking with black for now, and because this is the best common that got passed. We're kind of hoping to be able to get in red later for black-red super aggro play. Though these are a bit on the expensive side. Honestly, we still want discards. So we're on the lookout for red discard spells. Otherwise, we may have to go into actual white-black, which is a bit scary here. Or I could cut into green, see if we can make it work. Though green does have a few cycling cards, so we could make that work too. Because I don't want to get into white-black if I can. Yeah, I'll take... There's a Boon Scholar also for Exhaust, but I'll start with the Beast Rider Vanguard. Actually, no. I don't want to do this again, come on. Fine. It's one common pick. We might end up well, there's a Trip Up, there's a Chitin Gravestalker. We're doing it again, guys. Though there's a Morgandel Raceway, which would be nice if we were in black-red. I guess we're doing this again. I'm sorry. I probably should take the Engine Rat first, though. Like, Engine Rats are a bit harder to come by. And it could still allow us to go into black-red. Yeah, there's our black-red play. There is a Deathless Pilot, which is also okay for us. If not, what are my picks on blue? Starter Engines, not... Midnight Mangler is kind of fine, but I'm going to speculate a bit. Because the blue cards that we got past are not the greatest ones here. There's a Pedal. There is a Stall Out. This one is an argument for it. So I guess I could end up on this. Though Stall Out is one of the worst cycler tappers, so I might rather just get another Siphon Fuel, as expensive as it is. Or I could just take Tyrox. Let's just see if we can go aggro here. I probably could be making this. Ooh, wait. Whenever this creature saddles a mount, that mount or vehicle. So we're on the lookout for vehicles, but this one's perfect for Chariot. +2/+0 and Trample. But I might just take the Gravestalker in this case here. And on the wheelback, yeah, we did. The Siphon Fuel is coming in late. There's a Guide-like Matrix, which we could kind of combo for the Cryptcaller Chariot. I could also just take the Glitch Ghost Surveyor, but I kind of want... As you can see, no one's taking white, which makes sense. Yeah, no one's really taking white or blue, so... I'm going to start speculating a bit, but there's a chance that we might end up having to go into blue after all. That said, Goblin Surveyor is fine as an early drop here. It's not quite early, but it's fine. We don't have enough vehicles to make Rocky Roads worth it, but I guess Pedal to the Metal is fine too, just because First Strike. So not so But yeah, we're on the lookout for cycling cards or cards that allow us to discard. Like, so this one's fine. The blue cards that are coming around are not the greatest ones, so but this one's still on the speculative list. Like, we did manage to get the Trip Up late. It might have been more correct to go into blue-black again. That said, our removals on the expensive side, we have to be careful on this. Also, not that many cards left, but we'll see. We're just waiting for one more card. Light Shield Parry, Guide-like Matrix. Find the cycles, but I'm not too convinced. And we do get a Glitch Ghost Surveyor, which I'm not too fun. We do get a Ketramos. We do get an Oil Deep Gear Hulk. Okay, I guess we should be going into blue-black. The Gear Hulk is a thing. As much as I like to make Ketramos work, there isn't that much exile here. So we will be taking Gear Hulk. So this goes up. So this is what it's looking like right now, just based on power. Yeah, getting Gear Hulk says a lot. But we definitely want to get a lot of early game control. So we want to have a lot of early game control here. So we're going to be emphasizing a lot on spells. I'm already regretting not taking that Midnight Mangler. That's a perfect 2-drop play. The Engine Rats are a good play for us here. Not taking Colodoin, but we will take Grim Bauble. This is also a perfect early play. Spectral Interference is our other option. But I think we'll be able to get, we might be able to get quite a bit of blue back. So we're going to start focusing on black as usual. There's a Carrion Crusher, mill 2 cards return. This is fine. Apocalypse Runner, if you had managed to stay in blue, if you had managed to stick into black-red, not running the starting column, it's either Crusher or Mutant Surveyor, but this is super sad. Tune Up, super speculative. I guess I'll take I'll humor the Crusher, but honestly I don't like it. Probably the Surveyor might have been better. We're definitely, there's a transit. We have to take the transit nature. It goes straight into this one. I would have loved to take the cheaper Wicker Folk. And we're actually getting a lot of green back. That's weird. Like, there's a trip up, but it's super weak. There's a run over, which is quite good. There's a kickoff celebrations if he had still stayed in red. You know what? I'm gonna take the rare here. But that's a super weird one. I'm suspecting that someone down this line, a bunch of people down this line here quit. That's super weird. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I keep looking down here, I'm basically also watching a live concert at the same time. I cannot play the music over here, unfortunately. Sorry guys. But oh, this would have been interesting. We would have gotten green cycling. Oh, we also got Verge 2 and the light. Yeah, did a bunch of people really quit? I guess I'm taking a bunch of these, but but this is gonna super mess up our draft here. Got the Ripclaw Wrangler, which is fine. Jungle Hollow, if for some reason this works. I'm really not looking to splash if I'm gonna keep running Oil Deep Gear Hulk. But we're not exactly running that many enough creatures as it is. I'll take the Jungle Hollow, but I don't think it's gonna... Okay, got some roads. Another Siphon Fuel. We probably have to take the Flood the Engine at this point, but... Man, this is... Or Tornwood Falls. I think I'll take the Flood, but this draft has gone off rails so much. I could have started taking some of the green cards, but I didn't feel like I was going to get into them. In fact, I feel like I'm kind of in danger because I've definitely fed a bunch of these guys a really good green draft. But I'm also kind of concerned too because it kind of slowed down a bit on this direction as well. Also, how many rares did we draft? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4, not that much. Wretched Doll. I guess it's a creature. It's probably definitely better than the... It's not better than Pothole Mole, but... This draft is super weird. Okay, so none of these are gonna go for us, so I'm gonna snipe this one. And there's an Ooze Patrol. There's an Ooze Patrol which could work if the green thing actually becomes real. This one, I'm probably not gonna run Spell Pierce, so I'm gonna just still take this one. Yeah, it looks like we might. Oh, we're so in the wrong lane at this rate. Like we got so many. Oh, this changes things. Start your draft if you would draw a card. So, but we have to hit max speed, and we're not exactly a max speed deck. There's a Willow Rush Verge, which does help us splash into green, but what are we splashing into? And Okay, I'm not considering any of the black. There's trip up, which is fine. Deathless Pile is fine. This is probably the best green card. But hear me out. This one we can cycle, so that's fine. There's an Unstoppable Plan, which is really not that great. There's another Grim Bauble which I'd like to take, but I probably want to start pivoting to green now. No, we'll take the Grim Bauble here for now. I really have to make a big decision here. I'm going to default on Grim. No, I'm taking Hazard this time. And now you give us a top tier Fabricator, so this draft has gone all over the rails here. We probably should take the Packdoll Terror here. Like, we have an 5 artifact count, so this actually will go a long way. Okay, I'm gonna set it to take here, but now I need to make a lot of changes here. So Flood the Engine goes. The Molt Tender is gonna be awkward. Ooze Patrol might still be fine, but I don't know if I'll make that work. I'll take the Fabricator for now. Then I'm gonna be looking for things like Packdoll Terror, etc. Point away. But right now, our draft is super all over the place and not in a good way. Necrogent is fine, but we're not really the starter engines deck. I probably would still take it. I should honestly be taking the Midnight Mangler, but I'm already considering how to cut a lot of these blue cards as it is. Yeah, we're split evenly, so I need to start cutting. Okay, we actually managed to get another Necrogent, but I really should be taking the Deathless Pilot here because it's a lot cheaper. There's an argument also for Sarcophagus, but I think I need something that can keep coming back. Engine Rat is always fine. So as it is, we don't have much in the way of discard here, so that's a problem. So the Cryptcaller Chariot might not make the cut here anymore. Inside Assistance. None of these are great. I'll probably take a Topterist. Another Deathless Pilot is fine for us. Broken Wings is also an option here. I have to note that our removal is a lot weaker. So Broken Wings might actually make the cut here. Yeah, I'll take the Deathless Pilot. Let's make sure we have enough creatures for now. 16 and 7 is a pretty good split here. And trade the Helm. At least the cycles, we'll see if that lines, but we're probably not going to run it. So I think we do cut. I don't think we can make the green work here. We'll start taking stall outs here. Yeah, because our only strong green is lit. Yeah, it's not lining up. As much as I would like to make use of this, it didn't quite line up here. But now we need to run all the other creatures that we have here. The problem with the 3 mana split is that it's more powerful, but it's super greedy. I'm still not opposed to it. Also, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We didn't draft enough. We did not draft enough first to get the achievement, but that's fine. 4, 5. Yeah, that is okay. But we did get the 3 Engine Rats, so we had an early start. We definitely want to stay in black. In fact, we can do a 10-7 as this, but we have to run a few more extra cards here. So if I ran it like this, it's 12-11, which is super bad. We really need more creatures. So if I I might run the stall out just to cycle it to it, but honestly, top third to draw extra cards, we don't exactly have a way to draw extra cards. No, I kind of now wish I drafted that, instead of drafting this, I kind of now wish I drafted the other rare. That was a mistake on our part. So this one cuts out the forest altogether, which is fine, we're not exactly tutoring for it. So 13 and 9, splashing for just 1, so we probably want to run another one. I'm thinking the Ooze Patrol because we're going to have a lot of cards in the yard and we kind of want to have a big creature. Alternately, no, this doesn't work. This one fixes our mana, kind of works, does give us a bit of early mill. I think I want to do the Ooze Patrol here. So it gives us 2 late game cards. We probably should. I probably should still not run that forest because we don't have way to tutor for lands anyway. What I would have really wished is because right now our artifact count 8, quite okay. If we can somehow manage to draw. Do extra card draw. Unfortunately, it didn't quite line up. We literally have only the 1 Keen Buccaneer. So the Talker Fabricator doesn't really do much, except it's a big foot flyer. I guess this makes the cycling cards more important. So I definitely want to consider, yeah, cut this, add this one. If we can cycle it, I will probably run it. So, super risky here. So 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 3. We're honestly super all over the place. I would have much preferred to be, I should not have waffled on that one, taking that extra option. We're starting to probably see a lot of people also start staying out of green because people are overdrafting it. So we could have easily been the green-black deck here. But I think we might have been better as the blue-black. But yeah, some of the starter engine cards are in a weird spot because but we'll see. I don't have as much expectation on this as the previous draft. I'm gonna keep this only because we can do cycling, but this is a super bad start in my opinion. We would need to hit either one of our 2 lands. I'll definitely cycle the Gravestalker first. It's super bad. We have the Chariot already. I don't want to be cycling. Okay, at least we hit our black source. So what we can do is we can wait. Probably will still cycle the stall out. But yeah, we would have just wasted 2. I could also cast it, but I'm gonna cycle. Because we can snipe this one quite easily. Also, our curve is super weird. I'm gonna play the Pactal Terror first. Start trying to get value out of this one because we only have so many artifacts. If our opponent has removal for this, it's a bit sad, but it's what it is. I'm still probably gonna run the Bobble. Yeah. Oh wait, because I want to cycle this, so I'm gonna play this first. Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. Yeah, black green would have been the best one. I just chickened out. It's also more likely to be the one that well, in this case, we didn't exactly get starved out. Okay, ironically, we can actually trade the Helm for this. But I probably just siphon this before this gets any worse. Though our opponent can just embalm it instead, which is a problem. This is instant speed, so Oh wait, I can just wait till after. Okay, here's what we do. Grim Bauble. Then I could cycle this to generate something for this. And hopefully hit the green source, but I'm not exactly counting on it. Yeah. And you don't want the wrappings to stay on the battlefield on the opponent's side long. Yes, I'm already on the clock now. I now have to close this game out really quickly. Thankfully, our opponent has only like 2 creatures right now, so... Also, thankfully, our opponent can only embalm us a sorcery, so that there is that. Yeah, so they have max, but it's tapped. The question is, what's their other creature? Also, yeah. Okay, Ketradon for life. Actually, this one doesn't quite matter. Yeah, yeah, that's probably the value of the Siphon Fuel. It's... Whew, that was super close. Exactsies. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we were definitely put on the clock there. Thankfully, our opponent's response was just a creature that we could that we had the removal for. It was so tempting to pull that removal a lot earlier, but that was basically the analysis case. Like, our opponent's not gonna have max speed yet. They're gonna want to hit to us to hit it. So they won't be gaining the 3 life. It won't have lifelink right away. We would still be able to take it. But that said, our green cards are starting to look like a super risk. I might want to start cutting some of them. Like, we have a cycler here, so that makes this one kind of work. Honestly, I think I might want to mulligan this one once because it's not quite powerful. Okay, this one's fine. So Transit Mage to grab. So I'll bin the trade the Helm. So if we can hit another blue source, Transit Mage can get us to Oil Gear Hull. Well, we did hit it. There is that. So I kind of want to cycle this, but we already hit the Pactile Terror, so maybe not. Next turn, we're definitely playing this. We're taking the tree. It is what it is. But our opponent is playing the Black-Red Special, which is probably really bad for us. Cryptcaller Champion is also an option, so we actually have 3 targets. But I have to play this one first, start putting pressure on our opponent on that sense. Then we can only play this afterwards. Our opponent's gonna actually just go for the burn, eh? So my concern is that they have a removal spell that lines up here. The Ward 1 is not exactly that great. We can use this to snipe it though. Let's see. Lightning's... Okay, this one goes. And they're gonna cycle for another one, but there we go. Ooh, they have Far Fortune. Oh, I want to play the trip up to bounce this back and start swinging. Now let's play this first. And snipe the Wretched Doll. Opponent's... I could also use this like this, but most likely our opponent just ends up taking the hit. Yeah, this one's gonna be a bit complicated here. We're gonna have to try to overcome a Far Fortune. No. Yeah, and also note that the Oil Deerhawk, as good as it doesn't have evasion. Does our opponent have multiple pieces of removal? Oh wait, no. Oh wait, no, it's just... oh, they might have multiple pieces. Hey, it did get them to use up all their lightning strikes, so there is that. They probably just swing with this one. They'll have to take it. So now their option. Now we have Keen Buccaneers an option. Engine Rats also an option as well, I guess. I could also play this as a 4/4, but yeah, let's just play this one. We'll start loading up the board. I could swing with this one, but I need something to block this Adrenaline Jockey. Also have to remember this is very... That is the 4... He had the playset of Lightning Strikes. Double block. We lose the Pactal Terror, but I kind of want to play this. Well, we'll activate this first. Actually, no, I should have saved it. I might have hit the... Okay, it's fine. And we'll just play this one. Opponent really went all in here. Beast Wrench. Well, they're not discarding card. They can pump it, I guess. Okay, time to switch. Opponent is... That's super weird. Why would... Okay, it's a good thing we did that then. It also means that we can... Trade the helm, that's fine. But now we're putting pressure. I suspect that you'll be able to draft places of Lightning Strike because of how far Flag Feast. We hit the mana value, but we still have the plus here. I guess now we hold on to Siphon Fuel. I could also just play the Deathless Pirate. Well, anyway, we'll keep swinging first. I suspect, yeah, the playsets of Lightning Strike are gonna have Deathless Pilot. Okay, so we're... Might as well sack this, I guess. Oh, okay. So, creature or vehicle. Oh! I know what I'm getting back, I guess. Okay, this is probably greedy. I could have easily just gotten the Ooze instead. And yeah, but we're gonna play the Deathless Pilot here. Now our opponent can swing with these two, so I'm gonna wait. Okay, opponent. That does matter for this guy. So probably if he swings first, like. Yeah, not the greatest trade if you ask me. Okay, then we can still pass. I don't mind swinging all this, but I'm also going to hold up the trip up here. Oh, opponent should not play that land. You should not show me the issue. Now the opponent's gonna double block this. In which case, we're just gonna trip up the Deathless Pilot. Wow. We survived the playset of Lightning Strike. Ooh, thankfully everyone's else quite big. Problem is, yeah, this one's not good. Oh wait. We do have another Siphon Fuel. I forgot all about it. So we managed to survive. Okay, I'm starting to become less and less impressed with the green splash here. Don't be wrong, the two cards here are still good. But then again, I don't want to be adding another vehicle. I can add this to replace one creature, but I will have no replacement for the other creature. And I guess we can run, so that's my risk. Which is a shame, because these two are pretty solid. Because it's a question, do I want to splash for two much stronger creatures in exchange for a removal spell and a not so great creature but a better mana base? I'll keep trying this, but the first time I lose because of the mana, I'll cut those out. We'll figure that out from there. Okay, so this actually quite lines up. So I definitely want to save the cycling because I have the top tier Fabricator. Ironically, I might consider Transit Maging for... Depends if I don't draw another blue source, I could consider Transit Maging for the Chariot because we're probably going to be cycling this. But this might be our worst matchup considering our opponent is opening on Vastri. Okay, we did hit this, so we're going for a Gearhulk. So turn 3 Transit Mage, turn 4 Gearhulk. I don't know if our opponent should make a cat or should hit us for 2. I would normally, personally, I'd start making cats if our opponent... Also, I have to also consider that there's a chance that our opponent's holding up a counterspell. In which case, I don't want to risk the Fabricator. I will risk the Transit Mage instead. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. There we go. Right. But now I would like an actual 4-drop. Union Surveyor. Okay, opponent is on the aggro plan. Yep. Okay, I can now say for Surge. Yeah, we'll play this. I can trade the Helm to create but it only makes one top tier, that's the issue. Pride of the Road, we do have to snipe this. There is also a trip up as an option, but I say we just snipe this one. Yeah, I can already say now that the green mana splash is gonna wreck us. Though honestly, the interference was the one that wrecked us more. But that said, yeah, this is where I want the Bauble or the Flood the Engine, so I can already see that yeah, I do want to cut this one. That said, Midnight Mangler is not the worst. The Crew 2 is what's bad. So is that. If our opponent swings with both, I just make a cat token, block that, then block the synergist. Opponent might also just choose not to swing, if that's a thing. There's also the argument of trading Wretched Doll for this, but oh wait. Yeah, I have. Okay, so call. No. Okay, I kind of forgot it's when you draw a second card. But now what I kind of want to do is play this first instead. We'll wait on that. We'll just do the cycling again later. I could swing, but we're really on the defensive now. Opponent can just crack this for a card, but that was a super weird trade. Like, I'd rather have the creature and just wait for my normal card draws first. Yeah, but I'm gonna cut the Loose Patrol now. That one, it did not pay off. The Floodlit Engines is probably gonna be better in the long term. Collision Course, destroy target artifact. Okay, they did have an answer for that. But now, so that frees me up to trade the helm in exchange for one of their flyers. We will have to take a bit of the beating first. We do have to chump block with this. And I'm going to hold that back for the Surveil. Yeah, we could easily lose to the Flyers, that's the problem. Yeah, but that's a good Surveil. Now, if they have an answer for this, then we are really in trouble. That's fine! Considering I'm the one that's about to lose, I really want to take a peek at their hand, but I'm gonna take a peek at their hand. Your Seeker Serpent. It costs 6. Yeah, we pitched that one because I'm not gonna be able to catch up right away. Okay, this one's a bit of a problem. This one less so. But yeah, we now have to start gaining life and catching up with this. This does become a 3-5, so it does block this all day. But at least we're gaining life in the process, so it's fine. If they crew this one, they can crew this one. If they crew that, I'm forced to chump with Deathless Pilot. They actually want me to swing with this? Yikes, this is a problem here. That Spectacular Pilot. So I'm not exactly sure which is... But our opponent definitely has a much better artifact deck. So now I'm forced to swing back and I won't be able to gain the life. That's the problem. I'm hoping to hit one of our Siphon Fuels to at least clear it out of the way. But it's not going to help if we're only going to be hitting lands. I'm going to swing with this first. It'll end up trading. The one vehicle that gets back cards is actually not so bad after all. I think that's okay. But yeah. Or this is already starting to look really bad now. I can take the damage, I suppose. But the thing is that it'll just come back, so I'm fine with it. But now I still need an answer to this. I'm probably not gonna win unless I can answer this. That's the thing. Yeah, the chariot is. I would still run it. I still have enough cycling. But yeah, I still need a proper answer. And that is not a proper answer. Okay, we can concede this one. So we definitely. So the trade is okay. The green cards are not worth it anymore at this point. Though this particular matchup, I would have rather had the other green card. Also, I do have to complain a bit that is there really a need to make this double green for cycling? But anyway, yeah. So these two go. We can fix our mana base properly now. 8, 9. We're adding a few more green cards. That's the blue cards. But I would still run it at an 8, 9, I suppose. I could sub the Flood the Engine with the Ripclaw Wrangler to give us another vehicle. The Carrot Crusher has its purpose. It does allow us to get cards back. Yeah, I have to admit that this is a worse draft than last time for us. It's a bit also uninteresting that that was our pack 1 pick 1. Yeah, we could have gotten into black-green. I guess my issue with black-green was... Yeah, I was a bit wary that we were not... In hindsight, looking over the draft, blue-black was the correct one. Our mistake was edging into green. This one is a much better start for us. We have an open Grim Bauble. If our opponent does not have the counter spell, we can Transit Mage into our Gear Hulk right away. Tactile is also another option. I really wish I gotten some of these. I had to. What did I give this one up for? I think I gave it up for a Pactile. Anyway, now we're starting to flood a bit. I can cycle this, but I kind of want to wait because I know we have this on the way. Also, our opponent has a bit on the slow start. Alright, well, we drew the Gear Hulk naturally, so I guess we're Transit Maging for... Okay, I can go for Chariot. We can... Pactile Terror is the safer one, but this is the greedy one. I say we take the safe play, take the Pactile Terror. Our opponent not playing anything on tree helps us a bit as well. Also, we're going to try to hold onto this Grim Bauble for as long as possible. The Flash creature is 4-2, so Transit Mage is a safe swing. Okay, this is a safe swing. If they have removal for this, then it's fine. At least I also really need to see what our 6 drop, what opponent has as a 6 drop. They're really holding out for so long. So Oil Deep Gearhulk is gonna be our play here. Oh, we actually drew the Cryptcaller Chariot. Now, oddly enough, our opponent does have a use for the Grim Bauble. But yeah, it's a bit awkward that I kind of want to play this, or I kind of want to play this and start them hitting our cycling. But yeah, now we want to... Honestly, I really want to know what our opponent has in their hand. Like, this was literally their play 1, play 2, play none. Siphon Fuel. Okay, they're getting it out of the way. Makes sense. Of course, we target them. Plow Through. Market Backwaters. Walker's not that great. This one is going to be a headache, so it is a saddle 5. But it will block us for days. They have a Plow Through for Destroy Target Vehicle. So let's not put too much stock on our vehicles. We'll just take the big mammoth. They were really holding up for Siphon Fuel this whole time. I'm pretty sure they kind of now have to play this. I guess they can also... Well, this is vehicle, thank goodness. So, yeah, they're just playing that now. They might actually hold back. They did. Oh, they're gonna hate me so much. I don't get to cycle with this, but this is so much better. The Mammoth is a common. I think it's an uncommon. Hold on. Uncommon. It's... The Saddle 5 is also quite a clue. It's an uncommon. Broodheart Engine. Ooh. I also gonna probably start paying off on this one. Oh wait, what are they getting? Oh, they got that back. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give our opponent some choices here. They have one removal spell. I suspect they will take out the Fabricator because it has flying. Yeah, this is where Engine Rat kind of wins the day for us. They could also try to plow through our Gearhulk or our Hangar, or... Well, they probably don't... They won't like the fact of, They probably don't want us to... They don't want the Market Backwater to die if they can't help it. And this is Sorcery Speed. They have to pull this now if they want to. Oh, if they're gonna go for the fight, it's okay, I guess. Sure. So now we start swinging with Fabricator. Do they have another one? That's a question. I suspect they might have another one. First is the... Oh no, Scary Foot. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I feel so bad for our opponent. We just got it. Well, they got their Mammoth back, so I suppose I can get my Gearhulk back. Oh my gosh. That's a bit of a laugh. I'll take it. That's a good one. Oh yeah, also, so again, thank you Jericho Lalan for liking the draft. Thank you, hold on. Thank you Omar Tarki Escobar, thank you for liking the draft as well. Right? Nice to see you guys. Sorry for the... Oh, thank you for liking so early. Sorry for the acknowledgement. Late acknowledgement. I should drop a note. And And I'm gonna keep this one. I'll do it later. I want to play this, but much later. I definitely will play this first. On the other hand, this is against spectral interference mana, so they have it. You can kind of see it from a mile away. So, Pact Altair. So, you get. Okay, do they have removal? Right's End? Okay, they're not going for the Right's End. Okay, we played the Pact Altair first because, again, this is. This is looking so sus. I'm waiting for the ball to drop here. Trip up. Sure, that's fine. Now this is non-land permanent, so they could easily trip this up as well. But our opponent really has to start doing something significant. I'm gonna commit. Oh, they don't have anything? Okay, show me your counter spell. No counter spell? Wait. Spectacular Pileup. Okay, maybe in that case I should not have played this, but they're kind of missing the white mana for the Guidelight Path Maker. They will get a 6/5. And they have to put a 2-mana creature so that they have to put a creature with at least 2 power because they really need to crew this. I'm not swinging with this. I'm definitely gonna go up top. Grim Bauble. Sure. That is super weird. That makes 0 sense at all. I would kill to see what's in our opponent's hand. I really want to know what did they not have? Not going to save them is. Yeah, for the most part, it was not going to save them. I would have, with the land I hit, I would have just replayed the Deathless Pilot. But I'm really curious, like, that was literally the first permanent they played. Now, I know it's draft, I know we have archetypes. The white-blue start is admittedly the start I expected. But still, you have to have, well, in our case, we need to have a 4th land soon, but I would love, but at least we have a 1/2. We still need to have early plays, at least 2 mana, 3 mana plays. At least you have to drop something by then. Sure, we may not be aggro anymore, but yeah, that's super weird. 3rd mana screw. That probably makes the most sense. Makes the most sense of the lot. And if any, it's a telling message that splashing for the 3rd color, unless you started out with green. Yeah, this starting out with green is the one exception. And you would need all the Molten. You'd need a Moltender. You'd need a bunch of the other cards. You'd need your Moltender not to die to a Grim Bauble. Honestly, this Grim Bobble's working overtime. I really should have drafted that second copy. District mascot! Cute. Okay. I'm gonna swing with the pilot because if our opponent, unless our opponent exiles it, it's gonna keep coming back. Defender Rider makes it okay. Saddle, 2/2. Okay. Omnivore, sure. We'll start with the stall out first. Okay, hit our Nana. Menace goes a long way here. And now I have multiple options between cycling this to make another token or just sacking this. Or watching our opponent concede. Blue-black control feels very real, but at the same time it feels very surreal. I really don't know what to make of it. But that's our 5th win. We're actually... I don't know what to say, but we're doing solidly well. I probably just jinxed myself. I'm alright. So I guess this kind of cements me as the mid-range drafter. And it does make sense. I honestly would not know how to draft aggro for the life of me. Like, I've tried drafting aggro, it goes well until it doesn't. Okay, we're playing with the big boys now. This one's fine. Pilot, cycling. Because we're not afraid of hitting green mana anymore, but the double blue is a bit iffy. I'm still gonna keep this. I'm probably regretting keeping it, but definitely part. Okay, this one's kind of fine. We can engine rat and cycle. Okay, Setter Paragon. Hey, we hit our first blue. So I guess we just play the Topper Fabricator first. Now, if our opponent goes for the double exhaust, go for double strike, this becomes a I can't. Do I want to trade it? Probably not. If our opponent wants to go for the 6 damage right away, I'm okay with it. Oh, they're just gonna spin it out. That makes sense. So now we need to get our... Keep playing creatures while we still can. We'll take our time to be patient on this. We're probably not removing this property. Stall out might be the actual removal in this case. Apocalypse Runner. Ooh, I take it back. Looks like our opponent is gonna... Okay, we're racing now. I'm willing to put it here because this is the only creature they've demonstrated right now. And I probably could still end up cycling this. Road Rage? Sure. They could hit us back with the Apocalypse Runner. Yeah, that would hit. But now I want to consider if I... Oh, it does have haste. And our opponent can exhaust to make it 4. Okay. I'm thinking, do I want to cycle this? Yeah, I kind of want to cycle this. There we go, hit our resource. So let's do a hand check. I'm gonna pitch it because it's. Well, I don't know if that's correct, to be honest. We now need removal to hit this one, but I am willing to kind of trade it for a swing, I guess. Also, we could kind of sit back a bit. Our opponent's surprisingly not running Start Your Engines here. If they go for the 6, they didn't go for the 6-5. I'm thinking. Our opponent can tap it in response. They did not. This trade the helm is kind of making things okay. Honestly, I don't like giving them the topper, but we did make. If they have a third Apocalypse Runner, this would be super. They might be forced to destroy their own vehicle, which I would not mind at all in the slightest. I could also just start crewing this and start swinging at them, force them to give up some resources, I guess. Back on track, gets back a runner, gets back the runner. So this is the trade that we're doing. Yeah, we're just we're just doing a bit of a buffer here. Now this one's only a counter is a 3/4. It puts a 1. Adrenaline Jockey is starting to become a really big thing as well, I guess. We'll see how our opponent does it. Okay. They're gonna go for the double strike lifelink, which makes sense. Might as well just activate this. But that is a huge life swing. So I'm actually incentivized to swing with the Gear Hulk and trade. Though I would love to be able to take out their jockey first if I could. I'm not taking out your jockey if you keep giving me lands, guys. Anyway, but that's... I need to trade off one of these creatures. I'm kind of okay even if it trades with the specialist here. But yeah, not having card draw is an issue for us. And that gives us a bit of a buffer. But yeah, we are probably going to lose to this deck. I would not... But hey, it's just bound to happen. Yeah, this is really good for the exhaust deck, not gonna lie. Unfortunately, the life gain is gonna catch up. Oh, come on. At this rate, I should go for 12 lands and start draining them 4 at a time. The reason I can't tap it for this is because we gain 2 life, but now I have to worry about this swinging in towards us, and I will lose my blocker for these 2. So this is going to be slow going, but I guess we can't. I guess time is on our side here. Actually, we do have 1 card I can put. We do have 1 card. No, that's red. We tried to go for a red. Yeah, this is a case where not knowing what to go for kind of hurt us. Also, the lifelink's super messed up for us. Like, I have to keep doing this just to be able to keep up. I'm fine doing this now because I used up my trade up. Definitely don't want this. I might not even want the engine rat either. Yeah, I want something more substantial this time. Also, it's only a matter of time before our opponent does have something better to play. Oh, they're going for it now. Boommobile? That's a lot of mana for Boommobile. It has to be something else. Market Backwalker. I like trading for this one, but now this one's a bit tricky. Also, our opponent should start swinging with this one. Yeah, we don't get to activate this time. We needed that surveil. Trip up. Gets rid of this, forces them to act on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our opponent finally gets start their engines. They're still doing the old trick. Honestly, this is not exactly a winnable game for us. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just doing this to squeeze out an additional 2 life. I probably would have been better off blocking with Engine Rat, I suppose. Yeah, now they have a full grip. We're probably not going to deck them out anytime soon though, so that is an issue for us. Yeah, I'm going to call this game. We are not going to be able to catch up. Not with what we have anyway. And this is why the black-red deck is really powerful, and I am not going to deny it. Also, you can see how powerful the exhaust is. Yeah, we never really stood a chance in this one. Our opponent had enough down to the ground creatures to cause this to be an issue for us. That's it. Yeah, any game could be our last from this moment here. We got our 2 losses. I would like at least 1 more win, just to have an even 6. Though 5 wins is already pays back our entry fee. And actually, this is a discounted. We use a discounted token, so even more, we're really more than made up for it. Okay, cycling helps. Only getting to go first makes the Grim Bauble a bit more acceptable, I guess. We still have to hit our 3rd mana. This might be a bit on the greedy side, if I'm honest. Well, opponent's cycling too, so I guess we can do the same thing. Though, okay, we cycle Trip up. Yeah, because we have this one. I know I can trade the Helm eventually. I think I cycled this one. This is a bit further down the road. I could actually use the Carrion Crusher to get it back, but I would love to hit at least some blue mana so I could at least play Fabricator, have that in mind. Opponent does. I think our opponent has a 1 mana play, they're just thinking if they want to play it. Okay, we... Yeah, if our opponent decides to swing at this, I will definitely... Oh, they had the Grim Bauble. Okay. Fair enough. Into a Vanguard, so we are taking 4. We can at least snipe... We can at least return to favor, so we are taking 4 damage first. Yeah, I have to do this first to slow them down. Then play the Crusher. Okay, we didn't lose blue mana. I'm gonna take back the Pactal Terror, because... But yeah, this is where... Opponent sacrifice... Okay, so they're hitting us for another 4. Not the worst at this moment, actually. Okay, so we have a Deathless Pilot, and we can cycle. I honestly would rather play the Cryptcaller Chariot first, but I think I might have to play a Pilot and cycle anyway. Now they could also have... by going in on the bike, they probably demonstrated that they don't. No, I could have also just. Now I am opening myself up to a timing trick, but thankfully our opponent did not have it. They might have a no, they didn't have a combat trick. I guess we cycle the trip up. Oh, we would have been able to cast this. Sheffet Archfiend is going to be an annoyance. So the trick is to, you still have to deal with this one. I also have to hold the pilot back because I might need it. So we will play the Pact Altair, so we will still have a creature afterwards. I would really want to avoid cycling Trade the Helm until they've cast Sheffet first. But I would... But I would swing with it. What 2 mana? I'm trying to think of the combat tricks they could possibly have. 4 mana technically. I think they're gonna fight the pack. They're gonna run over the Pact Altair. Yep. Now this is an argument for holding on to Trade the Helm until I can... Because if our opponent just casts that, it wipes the Deathless Pilot, sure. But I wouldn't be able to trade the Helm, trade the Grim Bauble for it. So it's a case of can I hit my 1 blue mana? Opponent forgot to crew the bike. I hope you like green baubles! Now they can tap the Archfiend in response so that I don't get a free swing. Yeah, they really should. But this is going to be quite brutal here. If we can get this one true. Oh, they actually let it go. Okay. That said, we are taking 4 back, but... Oh, Momentum Breaker. Ooh, that's the removal spells! They needed those. They can still hit us for 4. So... guess we just take this out now. Force them to have a creature. Ooh, play the Verge. We're not exactly better. I guess I played this one. Actually, the fact that this allows you can sacrifice the vehicle is actually a big deal for us here. Opponent is now going to sack them baubles. They really need to find something. That probably means that they have more removal, which means that this Deathless Pilot is going to be so important. Okay, they gave up the wagon, which indicate that means they did leave one card out. That gained some life, so Fabricator would not be enough to kill. Yeah, they probably. Oh, it's Archfiend and Archfiend Violence. They could swing with the bike, but they would die under crackback, so they're not. Yeah, Deathless Pilot is so important here. So you get to crew this one. I can swing with both of them. Our opponent will be forced to trade Archfiends. But yeah, I'm starting to I really need to check the stats and trade up. How is it doing? Because it looks like we've been managing to make trade up work pretty well. Oh, this is funny. I can target ourselves. Pitching this card is not a problem because we can get it back, and we even get a free token for that matter. And opponent concedes there yet. Oh wow, this is so. I guess we do have extra card draw. So that's pretty much 6 wins. Down to the last game. Take a deep breath. We're almost there. We kind of got this, more or less. I'm already thinking, am I going to have to sacrifice one draft? How many drafts do I have to sacrifice to get the achievement of rare drafting 9 rares? I suspect quick draft is not the way to do it because the boss will pretty much draft your rare the first time around, so you're kind of reliant on pack 2, pack 3. I'm trying to think of a time when I've drafted that many. I don't think it's realistic. Anyway, now this one is a bit sketchy. We can kind of cycle our way out of this by some time. Honestly, I'd want to cycle this later. Probably should not have played that first. So we're not cycling this one. I'm gonna try to play Fabric. I'm gonna play this one first. It's admittedly kind of greedy, because we are allowing our opponent to drop a 4 mana, 3 mana plays, not the worst. Okay, let's see how much time I can buy with this. Because the trip up cycle will give us 2 creatures. one of them will be able to crew this, the other one not so much. Crew either of them. We are taking a bit of a risk though. No, bit of a risk is an understatement. This is a very big risk. Opponent just plays the Howler's Heavy. Okay, so instead of cycling, we now have King Buccaneer as an option, and we even have the land to pitch if we want. Now I can crew one of these, but I think I hold. We are on the bit of the defensive. If we can hit one more mana, I can Grim Bauble and trade the Helm. Though our opponent doesn't exactly have anything exciting to trade for yet. Nope, they're tapping that mana. Still not that exciting. That one's exciting. That's our target. So we need to hit our. Otherwise, I will just trade the top tier token. Oh, never mind. We got it. Okay, the greed kind of paid off. Now we have the option to trip with trip up, but we'll see if our opponent has anything for this. Hull Drifter. Okay, they can crew. That's still fine. Also note that trip up is our defense if our opponent has their own trade the helm, so let's not use it right away. Let's just King Buccaneer. Also, we have the option of just paying 6 swinging. Because yeah, we just pay 6. It puts our opponent on a 3-turn clock. I guess sometimes you just need your opponent's win cons instead of having your own. Oh, they get to return it back. Nice. Okay, makes sense. Okay, that closes that door. Now they do have a double block. We need to start taking them in the air. Also, thank goodness that they did not leave up any blue. And so, yeah, that's our timeline now. We will have to take quite a few hits, but I think we should be able to block most of these. Stock up. Oh, prowess is an issue. So, next turn, top tourist. Crew Chariot if our opponent goes all in. If our opponent doesn't go all in, I'll just take the 6. Okay, so Karen Cruiser, I could try to get something back, but I'll wait on it first. We'll just go top tourist. Now this is the case, does our opponent have rights end? They probably do, but I have to go for it. They have the rights end. Okay, so that should slow us down for quite a bit. So I do want to block with top tourist because I can get it back with carry and crew. Opponent really wants to trade down our tokens because they don't seem to have flyers of their own, which is very interesting. One from the... Well, not quite yet. Haven't won yet. We're still almost there. Okay, so... Now this is the time where this starts shining. And also this is the time where I want to hit our removal spells. Okay, they did get it back, but they have a Sky Sovereign? Oh my gosh. Okay. I can stall this. I could stall this out, buy us some time. Honestly, this is the one I need to stall out. Yeah, I'm too sure. Yeah, but the Sky Sovereign, we're not gonna beat it. Yep. Yep, those are the real vehicles here. And yeah, we're not gonna win off if our opponent has a Sky Sovereign. Yeah, we would need to have removal for it. As it is, they're gonna snipe out one token with this. I can kind of get ourselves another top token, but I would need to have our... I will need to have our Siphon Fuel to make it a reality. I'm surprised they didn't use one of these other ones, because if they wanted to swing, they kind of have haste as an option. Like, I could also block with this one, but I want that token. I guess there's an argument for double blocking, but I know we kind of need the time. This is not going to do it. It'll have to be this one. But it's all for naught if we can't answer that Sky Sovereign. Like, I could swing with this one because this is not doing anything anymore. But that's it. It might clear the board, I guess. I'm gonna start clearing the board. Even if it means they crew on a... No, they won't crew with this, but they could crew with this one. I'm kind of fine with that. But they're most likely gonna just do that. Yeah, I agree that the Voyager is probably the more relevant one. Though their mana saving is so great, it doesn't quite matter anymore. Yep, kind of close, but that is the best creature. That is the best creature on the block. Opponents really had the right answers to this. Having their own Gearhulk, take a look, they have a Gearhulk, they have this. And now they have an additional Flying Copter. I'm gonna see if we have an real out, but honestly, I don't think so. Last for but it's not gonna cut it. We can call it. That's the most we're gonna get out of them. Woo! I actually would like to try the white-blue deck. It kind of feels mid-rangey enough, similar to blue-black. But hey, we did get 6 wins. I can't complain too much about it. And the 7th win was very close. No cigar, but hey, we still made bank. That's all I can ask for. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Thank you, Omar Tarki Escobar. Thank you, Jericho Lagan, for tuning in. Got ourselves a Sahur. Let's see what else we could have gotten. I'm really wondering, how bad do I have to draft in order to rare draft 9 rares? Well, I guess I'm not getting a mythic with that one. Well, you know what? Wild cards are probably just as good. And I'm still keeping a bank of them, so I'm not exactly spending them that much. That's fine. Hey, there you go. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.